Okay, so this tutorial is going to go through the process of developing stacked walls components here. So what I'm going to do to start off with, I'm obviously in my tester file here, I'm going to go ahead and draw a wall. Of course it's going to ask me to save because it's been a minute here. And I'm going to just start out with a basic generic wall here. And so we'll, that wasn't what I wanted. Scroll up. Generic 8-inch wall. So we'll go ahead and just draw this across. I'm going to select this guy, I'm going to make him, actually I'm going to go ahead and add a level here real fast. So go in here. CO to copy. Third floor. I'm going to take this new wall that I've just drawn and I'm going to go ahead and set the top constraint to the third floor that I just named. Hit apply. Now it's going to be attached to that, so you can see that. Okay. Now that I'm in this elevation view as well, I'm going to also be able to adjust the profile on this. So if I select this, I can edit the profile, and now I can do some clever editing here. So we'll go ahead and I'm just going to take a line here. We can do, I sort of did this in class, have this sort of Tron-like wall. And we can come in here and actually delete this stuff away. And we can I'll just drag this down and snap it. That's one way to do that. Or you can use the trim tool and select your two corners and you can develop the corner that way. So now we can go ahead and hit OK. And now if we go into 3D view, we can see that our profile has been registered on the geometry here. Okay, and so the next thing we can do, I'm going to go ahead and complete this and rebuild that wall by just building a wall right on top of it. And we're going to use the wall center line and make sure that's on. So we're going to literally just draw this as sitting right on top of it. It's getting mad at us because we've overlapped that. But we're going to go and select this new version. And also set the top constraint to the third floor here. Hit apply, and the base constraint is still on the first floor. We're going to go ahead and go back into our elevation. Here's the self elevation, and we're going to edit the profile for this guy again. And so I'm going to go ahead and delete this away, and go ahead and come in here and modify these. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my align tool here. Okay, let's go into our 3D view. And we'll go ahead and so now if we come in here, we can see that these things there are two separate walls even though they occupy the same space. And you might ask, why would you want to do that? But then we can come in here and we can start to change these things. So say we want to make this into a curtain wall, and we wanted to make this some kind of a masonry wall. We can go ahead and then do that, and so you guys can start to create that sort of facade as we go through this. Okay, and this is going to be the setup because the very next tutorial we're going to go through is going to be the setting up of the curtain wall system here. Okay, so then once we have that, that's one way of looking at and setting up the stacked wall here. So another way we can start to look at this, so we just draw a wall here. We can come in here and edit the type here, and instead of a basic wall, I'm going to create a stacked wall here. And what we can do is, I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this. You never want to edit your original. You hit OK, and then whatever you're planning on doing, make sure whatever company you work for will have some kind of naming convention for your different stack walls. But I'll just call this exterior stack DH. Use my initials. Okay, and then we can go ahead and edit this And so right now you need to have some kind of base constraint, so we can set this up as 7 feet tall. That's going to be brick on wood stud, and then it's going to be shingle on wood stud. And that's going to be variable because essentially the height of the floor can vary from component to component, and you need this to stretch. So you're always going to have at least one variable in here. So we can come in here, and if we go to insert, we can also insert one of these guys, and then we can take that and move it up on top of it. I can change the type of this to one of these existing guys that you guys can develop on your own. But we can go ahead and let's set this back to, we'll just leave it at brick on wood stud so you guys can see that. And if we turn on our preview, we can see what that's going to start to look like. So we hit OK, and OK. And you need it's going to say, don't do this, but then we can go ahead and pull this up. And so now what we're going to have is, see if we can find that wall that I just made here. There it is. Okay. Then if we select this, let's go, well, I'll just orbit around. So now we can see we have that stack, and as we grab this and adjust it, it's going to maintain that 7 feet on either side. And if we change our view to realistic here, and zoom in, you can see the wood shingles. They're getting a little bit dark, but, and then you can see the brick as well. Okay. All right. So that's another way of creating a stack wall. This is a little bit, obviously, very different from the other way that I've shown you.